All right, hello everyone, it is silverkyle, and I finally have my copy of Final Fantasy VII, the remake, on PlayStation 4. And actually, considering that it was a long weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday was Easter weekend, and everything else that's going on, getting this, this came out on Friday of last week, and I'm getting it this Wednesday, so it's not that bad at all. They did a great job getting this out to me fairly quickly. So I'm super excited to get into this. Final Fantasy VII isn't my favorite Final Fantasy, but it is definitely one of them. And I hope that actually that this is a trend that they continue. Another thing that's really weird is that they just call this the remake, and they don't call it anything else. They don't call it part one of the remake or anything, because if I remember correctly, this is just a portion of the beginning of Final Fantasy VII, the original version of it that was on PlayStation 1. So I'm curious to see if they're going to be making more of this. The legend returns for all generations. What begins as a rebellion against an evil corporation becomes much more, and what erupts goes beyond imagination. Story of this first standalone game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake project covers up to the party's escape from Midgar and goes deeper into the events occurring in the city than the original Final Fantasy VII. Okay, so I was right. It is only the first bit of this game, of the original Final Fantasy VII. So but they are delving a lot deeper. There's going to be a lot more storyline, and obviously this is not just going to be a shorter game. I think that it's around 25 to 30 hours to beat, approximately. It is one player, 100 gigabyte minimum. Wow, that's a big game. DualShock 4, obviously. 2 discs. Wow, what? That's insane. It is PS4 Pro and enhanced as well. So, wow, 2 discs. When was the last time? I know most people are going to hate that, but I am so excited that this is a 2-disc game. That makes me so nostalgic. I loved that about RPGs back in the 90s when I played on the PlayStation 1, and you had like multiple discs, and I felt such an accomplishment. I don't know if it might just be install games. It might not actually be playable discs. So I mean, I might just be playing on the entire time, like installing one, and then the other one will be the play disc. That could be, but I'm kind of hoping that it's like, you beat this game, now go to the next disc, because that is, I just love that. All right, let's shut up for this portion. Let's see what's inside. Ooh. Okay, what is this? Data disc. Insert this disc first, and then that's the play disc. Darn it! I'm still happy we get 2 discs, but I was kind of hoping that it would be playable discs. Okay, and we get a few things here. I guess that's the reverse. Why is that the reverse? That's weird that the background is the reverse of this. Anyway. What is this? Is this figures? Yeah, that's figures. They actually look kind of cool. Anything on the flip side? Oh, this is a little manual. Final Fantasy 14 Online, Avengers. I do have a pre-order for this. This did get delayed until September, though, so that's kind of unfortunate. And Kingdom Hearts 3. And then there is a Square Enix thing. You've earned 25 member rewards points. And then just some blah, boring stuff. But that's it. I like this. Normally, I hate plain, but just having the Final Fantasy VII logo there with the PlayStation 4 in blue, it looks really, really nice and clean with the white. And same thing for the play disc. So I hope that they continue and they get the entire Final Fantasy VII. I guess that they're going to see it, depending on how well this game does, to get the entire Final Fantasy VII remade in this format, and that they continue this with other series in the Final Fantasy genre, like Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX. That would be my absolute favorite if they could do a Final Fantasy IX. Probably Final Fantasy IV and VI would be other people's. I have not played those, but I've heard so many good things about them. And then, not necessarily Final Fantasy, but another RPG that I would love for them to remake is the Legend of Dragoons. So we'll see how that goes. But either way, I can't wait to dive into this. Thank you all for watching. You have been bearded in Beardage.